Hey Pickles, I know it's been a hot minute since I've recorded a video, but I am back for you today with this look. It's sort of a mermaid theme, double liner, cut crease look. I don't know what you'd call it. Let me know what you'd call it down in the comments below. But before that, if you want to see how I achieve this look, then please be sure to keep watching. Starting with my brows already done, I took the P. Louise base to use as a base for my shadows, and this is in shade 2. I do have a discount code for P. Louise, so if you use LEANNEAUDREY 10 at checkout, you'll save 10% off your entire order, and that's not just cosmetics, it's fashion and courses as well. I just put an even layer of that down on my eyes, pat it until it was set, and then I took Reckless from the Carnival XL Pro palette from Be Perfect Cosmetics and Stacey Marie, and using a tiny brush, I started applying this on the inner half of my crease. I just really focused on the shape of the shadow and also the intensity, so really packing that pigment on as best I could and just gently smoothing the edges. Next up was the shade Mood for the other half of the crease to start the blue side of the eye look, and again the exact same deal, focusing on the shape and on really packing that pigment on to give it its true navy intensity, because Mood is such a gorgeous shade, and then just blending the two of them together a little bit where they meet in the middle. Only as a very last thing did I then just buff the edges of the colour out softly, again just to start creating that blend for our further shades. Funky was next up, and it's just this gorgeous true blue toned pink, very vibrant, and that was our next shade to start blending out Reckless with. Just small motions, very softly, just tickling the skin and working over and over on that blend until the colours started to melt together. It did take a little bit of time, but honestly, perseverance is key when it comes to blending any eyeshadows together. Just keep going. The shade I used for blending the darker blue out was Make Waves, which is just this lovely sort of sky blue, and again just very soft, barely touching the skin, and the same again, just keep persevering until you're happy with the blend. It will come, but it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and a good eye look isn't blended in 5 minutes, huns. Make sure to focus on blending where the colours meet in the centre again as well, just to sort of bring that purple tone into the look. I could have left it here for the crease, but I wanted to take Y though, which is the most beautiful sort of Tiffany's blue shade, and just use that on the very outer part of the eye, just to really give it that sort of soft blown out look. Plus this is such a gorgeous colour, I couldn't not use it, honestly. Lots and lots of blending, and you can always go back to previous brushes to help with the blending as well. As long as you don't put any additional product on, it will help everything come together in the end. Next up, I took the number 7 Nourishing Cleansing Balm, and this is a tip that I picked up from Makeup Tiffany J here on YouTube. She's incredible, go check her out. I know P. Louise also does this trick with Vaseline, and basically we are just going in first and foremost and clearing our cut crease off, creating a nice sharp line and taking off any additional product on the lid, so everything is much cleaner when we go on to our next steps. Again with the P. Louise base, and this is honestly my favourite base for eyeshadow, whether it's for the entire look or for the cut crease like we're using here. And I'm just going in now, following the line that I made with the cleansing balm and then filling that lid in. The main thing you need to do is you need to remember that this P. Louise base is not self-setting, and it is very dewy when it first goes on, so please make sure to pat to take away any excess wetness on the lid before you go in with any further product. otherwise it's just not going to look cute. It's going to clump, it's going to look claggy, it's just not going to be a nice experience. So just take a few extra seconds and pat, and also make sure you blend that edge away as well. Trust me when I say it's these tiny tips that make a massive difference to the finished look. For the centre part of our lid, we are going into Back Chat from the Carnival XL Pro, and this is a really beautiful colour. It's not quite blue, it's not quite purple, it's like a gorgeous blurple shimmer, almost a duochrome finish I would say, but it is stunning and it packs on really smoothly and really opaquely. So that's what I used for the centre portion of the lid, just to transition between that inner shade, which we're going in with now, and the crease colours. So I used the NYX glitter glue, a favourite glitter adhesive of life, and this is Pool Party pigment from Peaches. Absolutely stunning blue, but with a strong gold reflect, and it just complements this look so perfectly. So that's what we're using on the inner third of the crease, just keeping it nice and neat to make sure everything looks seamless, and also working to blend between the two shimmery shades on the lid so there's no harsh lines. So just going back in with a bit of Back Chat over where they join one another. Next step is a relatively new product to me, and this is the Suva Hydroliner in the shade Freezy. These are a water activated paint, and they are fabulous for this sort of look where you want that nice precise line. All I will say that I've found so far working with these is don't work with them too wet. If they're too wet, they will crack as they dry, and it just ruins the entire look, believe me. But you can see how easy these go on and how vibrant the colour is, and I just think this step really finished the look and sort of framed the entire eye, and it just made it that little bit different as well. For liner, I kind of cheated, and I've been doing it a lot lately. This is the P. Louise Badder Black Base. It's designed to be a black eyeshadow base for your smoky looks, but honestly, it makes the creamiest liner, and you can layer it and build it up. It just gives a really smooth line, especially because obviously I'm not as young as I was, and my eyelids are not as taut as I would like them, so sometimes it's hard to get that really straight line with liner where the skin bunches up. But with this Badder Black base, it just glides on, and it honestly makes applying liner a freaking dream. Back to the Suva Hydra liner now, and I'm just gonna start adding that second line above the black eyeliner. Now you'll notice I'm keeping the top of this line as neat as possible, but the bottom of the line I'm not really worried about, because as you'll see in a minute, I'll go back in with that Badder Black base just to neaten it up, and I just layer up the Hydroliner until I'm happy with the way it looks. And as I said, here I am going back in with the Badder Black base as liner just to neaten everything up. And this is a really great tip for doing these sort of double liner looks. It just takes a little bit of the pressure off. For mascara, I opted for my Ride or Die. You can see how abused this is. It's the L'Oreal Telescopic Extra Black Mascara, and this is my all-time favourite mascara to use with false lashes, because it really is extra black and it helps your lashes blend seamlessly with the falsies, and I am all about that life. Speaking of falsies, I used the Prima Lash Express Mink Lashes in the style Naughty. And I don't need to say anything about these because you can just see how beautiful they are. They're full but delicate and long and wispy, and I loved them. They are so lightweight to wear but so pretty, and I feel like they complemented the look really well because they gave a fullness but didn't hide the eyeshadow or the liner work, which is obviously a bonus because we don't want to do it and then hide it away, do we? And I just applied these lashes with the House of Lashes lash adhesive in black, which is my honest all-time favourite lash glue. I don't use anything else now. For the under eye, I just matched what was going on in the crease above, so I just mirrored it upside down using the same shades and the same brushes just to create that same effect under the eye and give it that blown out grungy look. This is a Jeffree Star liquid lip in the shade Breakfast at Tiffany's. Now these are eye safe, but obviously you do this at your own risk. I'm not saying definitely go ahead and do it, but I love to use these Jeffree Star coloured lipsticks as liner in the waterline, and they honestly last all day. Sorry about the whole pulling the bottom lid down, but it's the best way to do it. I know it freaks some people out. A little bit of a bottom mascara just to coat those bottom lashes, and we are nearly done with the look. All I did for the inner corner was grab Marine from the Beauty Bay Mama Mitchell palette and dabbed that in for a little bit of brightness, and that just finished the entire look off beautifully. Just look how it all came together. Okay, let me know what you guys think of this look down in the comments, and if you would ever recreate it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check me out on other social medias. Everything you need to know is in the description to this video, and hopefully I will see you guys really soon somewhere out there on the internet, or if not, I'll see you back here for my next video. Until then, take care pickles and stay safe.